Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Ever have one of those days where nothing's going right? Your little one is melting down, your inbox is overflowing, and your cuppa went cold. Again, same. But let me tell you, there's one mindset shift that saved me time and time again, and that's gratitude. This episode is how to elevate your attitude with gratitude and how to reset our mind. Last week, well, what day was it? Saturday, Sunday, I think I had pain. My neck was hurting. I'd just come back from Devon. I started to feel a little bit sad, thinking about my nan, a few things that had happened and, other people, looking online. And I just started to feel myself go down, down, down. And Sunday, I just felt sickly, but I went out still, went to the cinema. And I had so much to be grateful for. But I just felt ill. And I think when you feel ill, no matter if you're poorly or just in pain, anything, I think that makes me, I just felt really vulnerable. I felt in a space where I felt, I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel myself. I felt a little bit anxious. I didn't know what it were. I know I was due on, so I thought maybe it's that. And I just felt, and that carried in to Monday. And I didn't get up for the gym, and neither did my friend, because she didn't text me, so I didn't text her. So I thought, well, she mustn't be going. And then she texted me later on. I thought, well, it's a good job I wasn't there waiting for you. But, I just thought, and she'd felt the same. And I thought, and I put a post on saying, on the Tuesday, I put a post on saying, like, Tuesdays are the new Monday. And I go through, my mindset is good all the time. I always look at every single day and every single week with a positive approach to, because if I don't, and I haven't got the gratitude in my mind, then I don't think about all the lovely, wonderful things in my life that make me feel happy and grateful, because other people might be going through so much. But it doesn't mean that you have to be brought into that scenario. And then I just got to Monday evening and I thought, you know what, by, I say 3 o'clock, I thought, I started to feel a little bit better. And in the evening, I got on the treadmill at home, I did some working out. And do you know what I realised as well, which I've got it on today, I had my little multivite here. I didn't have this on for about 2 weeks in my bra. And I knew there'd been a shift in my crystals. I think I just because I was busy, I've not popped them in my bra. I get up in the morning, have a shower, and then get my bra on and throw these down my bra. And I just thought, you know what? I got my multivite out, and I started to manifest and visualise everything that I wanted to visualise this week. Wow, Tuesday, I don't know what happened. My phone was just non-stop. I got up feeling refreshed, completely different mindset. I had loads of clients texting me, so this is quite powerful when it comes to work and abundance. So if you're looking at money, and there's so many different crystals, like I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna fit all these clients in. It's Easter. I'm trying to work and do all these different things. So I ended up working today, Good Friday, but only because my husband he's only worked one night this week, and he came in at 10 o'clock in the morning. My mum took my son out. They went for fish and chips for Good Friday with my elderly neighbour. And I thought, well, my clients are due. I might as well do it. I might as well work because it's my happy place. And I think I had an epiphany this week. I do all my online work, my podcasting, but my salon is my happy place because I see people, they elevate my vibrations. I love seeing people. I feel in control. I feel I feel like it's something that I've worked hard for, my own business. And I always think of the gratitude, like I could be working in a salon, I could be working for dodgy people, I could be shattered. I wouldn't be able to work in a salon now because I wouldn't be able to do it with my back. I want to earn more, my own terms. I want to run my own business. I've done it for years. It's what I love to do, and I've got so much gratitude. And I said, every time I walk in that salon every day, I'm so grateful my husband made it. I'm so grateful for the decor, for my products, for everything that's in it. And that just really helps me just elevate my gratitude. And I think we are all grateful for the things that we have, but we can forget the minor things. And I think we need to sometimes remind ourselves that gratitude is our attitude. And I created my journal. I think I have 2 gratitude books. I have the pink one, Attitude of Gratitude, and I've got my gratitude book, which is my leopard print one. And I love it because it's just me, it's my vibe, and a lot of people that love pink and leopard print. It's aesthetically pleasing, and I just like to write everything down. I always have to be surrounded by paper and notepads and pens and highlighters. I just love it. And what I noticed that because I started to change my mindset a bit, and I felt so much better on the Tuesday, it made me feel so much better. My gratitude just grew and grew throughout the week. So if you've been listening to this podcast a while, you'll probably understand what gratitude is. Defining gratitude is a way that it's just not a fluffy thank you moment, but it's more like a daily grounding practice where every day or night I write a minimum of 10 gratitudes. And this is so powerful when it comes to manifesting, because I can't remember a time where I wasn't writing things down in a diary. It's really important that we do look at what we are grateful for, because we've got a lot to be grateful for. A lot of people are going through a lot of situations at the minute, and it's okay to feel grateful for not being in that situation. It's okay to feel happy and content, and that's the way I feel most of my time, even though I'm still going through grief. And I keep saying to myself, how am I getting through this? I'm really missing my nan at the minute. I've got so much to tell her, but how am I getting through it? And I know the manifesting practices that I do is helping. I just don't think I would be getting through it if I wasn't doing what I'm doing. I feel happy when I'm doing it. I feel happy that I'm working on my business. I'm raising my vibrations. I'm always looking to the future and what I can improve. And then I always think about my nan and what she would think. And I use like this ball of energy in my stomach to really push, my head forwards and all my emotions, and I work through them pretty quick. But we can dwell. And I don't believe in being a mood hoover or an energy vampire. We have to get ourselves, especially if you're a mum and you've got young children, you have to get yourselves out of these headspaces, because it's really hard, and you might be struggling after having your little one. You might be in a funny headspace. Your hormones are everywhere at the minute. But if we're just doing our gratitude and we are journaling our thoughts and feelings every day, if we could share that with somebody later on down the line. And if not, it's just our little diary of how we are feeling, because we can validate ourselves by writing it down, and we can understand that this is good. We can sit in our space of emotions, and then we can start working on our gratitude, because it really, honestly, it does work. If you are not writing, I want you to do an exercise this week. If you aren't doing 10 a day, why not? I want you to. Even if it's the same 10 every day, it could just be breathing, accessing water today, having some lovely meals, might be gifted a present, could be having a little bit extra sleep your children might be sleeping in. It could be absolutely anything. I have so many things to be thankful for every day, and we will all experience gratitude in a different way. Some people might be more well off, and gratitude for them might mean more materialistic things. But for me, it's always just the fundamental things, just the home. I'm very much a homebody. So it's all the home things that I can access is what I'm grateful for, and my family. And when we talk about our thoughts, they create our reality. So when we start writing things down, we can start creating a bit of a plan going forwards. That's what I do when I start writing things out. I just have a plan. and I throw it forward and think, right, how can I reset myself this week? Shifting into a grateful state, it raises your energy. And when your energy is high, you attract better. So you become more aligned, more spiritual awakened. We get to, our intuition is really good. Our gut, we just listen to ourselves more. We can sometimes fall off that which is fine. So when we don't fall off the wagon a bit, it's because we're doing these practices every day. But when we're not, we tend to feel them sudden shifts where we're just feeling really low, really quick. And gratitude can help when things aren't perfect, like tantrums, burnout, or just business setbacks, because we need these setbacks. We need things to challenge us, because if we don't, then how are we going to move forwards? So look at them as challenges, and you might be grateful for your business, but there might be little bits of things that you're like, well, I'm not really happy about that. But I always say to people, things happen for a reason. And I welcome and challenge things that challenge me, because I think, yeah, why is this challenging me? We have days, don't we, where we do feel challenged. Our children challenge us. We are running out of energy spoons. We just can't. There's days where I'm just chasing my tail, and I'm like, what have I done? I've done everything in place this week, and maybe I've just added too much to my plate, and I'm just experiencing a little burnout. I know I do gratitude with my son, and he has a little diary that he got from Haven. So he got these little fluffy diaries, and he always says, and he sometimes doesn't write in them, and he just says, I'm grateful for you and mummy and daddy and my family and my nanny and granddad. So he understands the word and the concept of gratitude. And I always say to him, are you grateful for these things that we buy you? Are you grateful? And if he becomes spoiled or he does other things, and I say, remember how grateful you are. And then he says, yeah, I am. I am very lucky, because some children don't have these things. So he said, I'm grateful for. So he gets it. I'm kind of like doing this around him, his growing up, because I think it's really important in this day and age as modern day parents that we are we don't have to be all woo with our children. But these practices are helping and rounding our children and making them positive, and just going forwards. The negativity around children is not healthy. If you are sat at home, sad, upset, being negative, using negative talk around your children pick it up really easily. And you think of all the things that you take forward as a child into, like all the sayings our parents said and other people, and we remember mantras, we remember old sayings, we remember things our parents did. They might not be might not be positive of what we've experienced. But if we can do better now, this day and age, we can do better. Our children need to know about self-development, personal wellness, fitness, like everything we need to, because this life is hard now. It wasn't like it was back then. We've got social media, we've got a lot of competition, life is just crazy all the time. And you think about how hard it is for us. Could you imagine what our children are going to experience when they get older? They're going to be criticised, they're going to be judging themselves really quick because they're online. There's a lot going on. Our brains work wired to have this stimuli. When we was younger, we didn't have online. Our children now have to live their lives online. We've got TVs, all this presence in our life now can mess our children up. But if we can be as rounded and positive and talk to our children and talk about gratitude and what that really means for you and how it's helped you, honestly, it really does help. My son has special needs and he understands it. There's no doubt about it that he has picked up a lot of things from me, which is amazing, because he's quite caring. Well, he's very caring, kind, loving, shares, and he sees me being very positive. He doesn't see me upset, angry, shouting. I try and shield him from things like that. We're always going to get sad, and he knows I get sad about Nan, but I then propel that forward into positivity. And when I feel sad about my Nan, I think about the happy things, and then I tell her off in my mind for leaving me. And then I speak to my mum about it, and then I feel there's times where I just, it starts to build up. It did it last week, and I'm like, I have not grieved. I have not had time to do it, or have I grieved? I don't know. Yeah, am I waiting for a storm to hit me? I don't know. But I think because I'm not I'm not in this like really depressive state, it's helped me because I'm journaling and writing it down. So maybe it's slow and steady is really good. I'm able to be grateful for things. I'm able to journal, write everything down, and cope with my feelings in that way, and sit with my feelings and experience them. And we should always experience pain and sadness because it helps us grow as people. You can always do some gratitude walks, go out. Being outside just helps shift your mood. Even just, so the other day, obviously I got my salon at home, but I did a bit of a mobile hairdressing. So it was one of my regular clients, and she wanted all the children as haircutting and a mum, and they usually come to me. I mean, I used to be mobile, and they come to me, and I said, you know what, I'll come to you, it's fine, it's school holidays. And they're like, you don't mind? Not sure. You don't do mobile? No, it was my choice because I felt good. So it wasn't too far from my house, and I just felt good. The sun had come out, and I felt, honestly, my body was rushed with gratitude. I just felt so good. Yeah, I had to pack my stuff up, and I had to work a different way, and it was just, I just enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed going out and about and being in somebody else's environment instead of just being in my salon with me. I just enjoyed it. It was just nice seeing the children and talking to the children. I just felt, yeah, it was just really nice, and being outside, and I could smell that air when it was sunny, then it rained, and I just felt grateful just for my drive. And I was looking at things because obviously I don't go out a lot now driving, and I was looking at different things that like a shop had been built, and I like took it all in. So just soak the world up, take things in, be grateful that we've got these amenities around us, because I think we can be a little bit ungrateful at times, and we don't. Like, you just acknowledge what's going on around us. So honestly, I told you, like, the basic things for me are the things that make me feel good and positive. Voice noting a gratitude list on the go to yourself, that's good. So you do some voice notes. I voice note my friend all the time, and we talk about all sorts. And it's funny because like we have our ups and days, down moods, and we talk about different things every day. And she might be down one day, I might be feeling away, she might be away, we might be up. Like, it's funny, isn't it? Like how our mood just changes. So, but voice noting friends is great, or just voice noting, and you can listen to your voice and how it sounds, and listen to the gratitude and the warmth, and sometimes you can see how far you have come. Manifesting equals magic. So this is about how gratitude puts you in such a receiving mode. I think when I need an upgrade, I become more focused on my crystals and my gratitude. Then I have a shift, and then I'm open to receiving more. Things do start to come through. So think about that when you are doing it this week. The universe responds to a grateful heart. If the universe thinks you're not happy, you've got everything you need, or you're being a bit ungrateful, nothing's gonna feel aligned. You might feel so aligned with your life and everything you're doing going forwards that sometimes you just need a little nudge from the universe. And what I like to do is ask people, what are you grateful for at the minute? And they might go, oh, well, I got a new car or a new kitchen. I went, no. I said, I don't mean that. I mean, what are you grateful for every day? They go, well, can you explain it? I say, well, health, wealth. You might be grateful for having your nails done. You might be grateful for that extra sleep. You might be grateful for your child might have started walking, started talking. He might have gotten potty trained. There's so many things I'm grateful for with my son because he's got his developmental delay. I'm so grateful all the time, and I see his wins, and I'm not just grateful for me, I'm grateful for my husband and his wins. And my husband always expresses gratitude. He doesn't write it down, but you can tell he's grateful. I mean, he's still absolutely grateful for his new sofa, and he always says, I just love this living room, I just love this, I just love chilling at night. And he hasn't got a family up here, and he's, and his friends are all in another town. He hasn't got the things I've got. I'm so lucky because I've got my mum and dad, I've got my friends I've grew up with, I've got everybody around me, my business, my contacts, my networking. He doesn't even work in this town, but he's so grateful because he said, I've got consistency, I've got a home, I love my home, I love my garden, I love my car. It's gratitude. The universe is just going to keep coming up for you if you are showing gratitude. Not for the most materialist things, for the most basic needs. It might just be having the money to go and get a really good shop this week. I was grateful. I went and got some new clothes. I've dropped about 4, as I say, dress sizes, and I'm grateful that I'm looking different. It's slowly but surely changing the way I look. I'm grateful that my clothes are better fitting. And it's lovely that people are starting to say now, you've lost weight, like things are different. I know people can be a bit don't want to be personal about weight. I'm grateful for it. I manifested this year, it was my health this year. I did say to you guys, didn't I? Vitality was my year. It wasn't just about health and wealth. It's everything together. And my health was one of the things, and my weight loss was, I didn't want to get to 43 and be at the weight I was this year. It was supposed to happen when I was 40, but it didn't happen. But this year I've had the biggest wake-up call and the kick up the butt that I needed. And I'm so, so grateful. And I'm still on my journey now, but my journey's continuing, and I'm going to be so grateful for my small wins. I think when it comes to health, we can be up and down, we can plateau. We've had children, but my body changed when I had my son. I had a C-section, things changed. My body just went so different. But I'm grateful I've got a child. I can't be ungrateful. And I'm not bothered because I'm in my 40s and my body's going to change. And as long as I'm happy and healthy, my body's my body. It's your own temple. It is what it is. We can't. If we didn't have social media and people online, we wouldn't think our bodies were that bad, because we're always criticising. I look at so many influencers and people online, and it hurts me that people talk so negatively about our bodies, and we're so under pressure all the time to lose weight and be the best versions. I don't feel like men do really get that, but women, I don't know what it is. We're so social. It's like these social expectations, and we get treated so differently when you're bigger to when you're slimmer. It's just really funny how things change. But I'm going to keep going forward, keep being grateful. And the more I'm grateful, the more wins I'm going to have through my health. I want you to do this week a little task. I want you to either invest in one of my journals. It's in my link tree, or I will put 2 in the show notes so you can easily access them. And send me a picture. That would be lovely if you get one of those. And I want you to just use that as your Bible. Every day I want you to be grateful. Write your thoughts and feelings in there. No matter where you are, even if you're going for a walk in the park with your children in a pram, or you're going anywhere, always have something in your bag. I took mine to Devon last week. It was in my car because I did some work. Well, I tried to do some work on the way down, but I had a really bad headache. But I always keep it in the car, so when we go to different towns, my husband drives, and I just like to write in my journal. It doesn't even say anything now, or sometimes he says, what you're grateful for. And I'm like, how do you know I'm writing that? Because he knows what book it is. But it's really important that, we just keep writing things down. And if you are, you love manifesting and you want to keep that positivity going forwards, there's so many different aspects of how we can raise our vibrations. I'm actually going to go more into crystals at the minute. So my friend, I give one of my books, a manifesting crystal book. So I've got quite a few. And she would talk about different crystals. And it just made me realise I've not been as powerful with my crystals. I've just been wearing the same ones all the time. But actually, I cleaned them all out. I made sure I've got like a wealth corner. I've got something in my back room. I've got something in my salon and at the side of my bed. So I'm going to mix my crystals around. I'm going to order some new crystals, and I'm just going to make a little bit more of an area and clean my space out. I think we can create things, and we can get a bit stuck and stagnated, and then we can just forget what we're doing. Because we all start something, don't we? And then we think, right, I'm gonna stick to this, and then we don't stick to it. Honestly, just these little shifts in your life do make a whole difference and it propels yourself going forward, especially with our business. The more I manifest, the more I do my gratitude, the more I raise my vibrations, the more that I get that exciting feeling about working on my business. And even I'm still excited to working on my home beauty business. I'm still growing my podcast and my self-publishing business and my podcasting business. I'm still growing that so much. I mean, I've got 20 years to catch up. Doing hairdressing since 1998. How can I compete with that? That's just comes like effortless to me. Even like attracting new clients. I don't really promote anything. I have a group. I have my clients I've been coming 20 years. They promote their friends. They know I'm really busy, so I don't really promote many, new clients because I can only do what I can do around my son. The podcasting and the one-to-ones just go in between, or maybe I'm going to start looking at specific days where, which I keep saying I'll do. I'll have a day off doing my work, and then I will start doing more coaching. But the time's just going so fast, so, we're going to be in May before we know it, so... And then we're going to be like coming up to July, and then the children are off again for half term, and then you've got 6 weeks at home. So anyway, I'm going to go now, and so I'm just glad I'm feeling a lot better, more positive, and I'm going to have a few days off now for Easter. So whatever you're doing, take care. Don't have too many Easter eggs if you do eat chocolate. And just take care of yourselves and just enjoy and be grateful of everything. And just start writing it down. It might seem a bit boring and monotonous, just writing it down, but honestly, I want you to do it for about a week, and I want you to tell me how you feel after a week. Your mind just changes just as soon as you start getting pen to paper. So anyway, happy manifesting, happy Easter, and have a great week. See you later. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you feel inspired to take action and manifest the life you deserve. Don't forget to come and join me over on social media and Instagram at Busy Mums Fitness Corner for more tips, motivation and behind the scenes. And also be sure to check out my books on Amazon. They're designed to help you manifest your dreams and grow. And if you're ready to take the next step and work with me, you can head over to my Linktree for all the details. Let's make magic happen together. So until next time, keep manifesting and stay amazing.